What's happening, guys? Today we're going to be going over numbers, but I promise you it's not that boring. This is really important. Even if you're just starting out, it's important to know all of your Amazon numbers, understand the costs and fees they're charging you, and understand how to get to your net profit. How do you calculate how much money you're actually making? We're going to be going through two types of statements that you want to be downloading every single month. It's going to help you keep up with accounting, bookkeeping, but also just monitor your business and your business's health. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the top of Seller Central and click on Reports, and then in the drop down click Payments. Now in this section you can see Statement View is going to be on by default, and that's the first type of statement we're going to look at. Now the odd thing with these statements is they carry over between months. So it might be from like the 28th of one month up to the 11th of the next month, and so you have a bit of carryover from each month. So let's say you're looking for June 2020. You're going to want to make sure you pick all of the statements. It's usually 3, could be 4, but you're going to want to choose all of the statements relevant to that period. So the ones going from May into June, but also the last one going from June into July, just to make sure you cover the full month of June. The way you do this is you're going to click on all statements, and once you've done that, it's going to populate all of your statements, and then you simply want to find those 3 that cover your full month, as you can see here, and each of those is going to be important. We're going to break down one of them now, but they're all the same, and this is how you can evaluate them. And so we're going to choose this one here from the 28th of May to the 11th of June, so around 2 weeks. So let's take a look. So you can see the breakdown on screen here, and product charges at the very top. This is product sales for the period. So all of your product sales, this is your total revenue. And then we can see shipping here, a small amount for shipping, and this is for non-Prime delivery. So of course, usually if a Prime member of Amazon, a Prime customer, buys your product, you get charged the FBA fee, which includes the shipping. But here, this is for non-Prime customers, where you're actually going to charge them a shipping fee, a delivery fee. But remember, Amazon's still going to ship that FBA and charge you your FBA fee, but this is still what comes into your account. And then refunded expenses. This is refunded Amazon fees. So these are refunds to you. If a customer returns a product, remember, Amazon takes that product back, and then they're going to refund that customer an amount of money, but also they've already charged you for fulfilling that product to that customer. So they're going to give you back that fee, and that's what this is. And then in the red area here, we start off with refunded sales, and that is product refund. So if a customer returns a product they bought from you, of course, those funds are now going to be taken back from you and given back to the customer. So these are product refunds going to that original buyer. And promo rebates. So these are promotions for the period. You may have run specific promotions during this time, but whatever promotion those customers have applied, of course, is going to come off your sell price. It's going to come off your account. And then we have FBA fees for a really small amount. Do not confuse this with FBA fulfillment fees. Rather, this relates to storage as well as your selling plan fees and other miscellaneous fees. Then we have the cost of advertising, and you can see we were going quite aggressive here, but that is your PPC ad spend, of course. Depending on your strategy at the time, if you're just launching, this is going to be a big amount. If you have optimized, then of course you're going to be able to reduce this a lot. This is one of the most critical that you need to pay attention to, because it can start to eat up profit quite quickly. And then lastly, the biggest amount on the red side is Amazon fees, and that relates to your FBA fulfillment fee and your referral fees. FBA fulfillment is what Amazon charges you every time someone buys, because they're going to handle all the customer service and logistics in getting that product to the customer. Referral fees are different. Those Amazon referral fees are based on your category. It's usually 15%, and Amazon charges you that for bringing you the sale because they have so many customers, so much trust, credit card details already stored. They've made it easy for you to make the sale, so that's their referral fee as well. And an interesting one here is refunded sales, because it can give you your product return percentage. And what you want to do is take your refunded sales amount, divide that by your total sales amount at the very top over here, and then times by 100, and it's going to give you a percentage, how many of your customers are returning your products. And that's going to give you a good inkling as to product quality, and you really want that percentage to be less than 5%. We're probably at around 1%, just over 1% of our customers return our products, which is quite good. And so this is how you can check your statement views for each part of that month. And then what you want to do is you want to click on print statement, as you can see down here. You want to do that on each of the 3 covering that month. If you have accountants, etc., this is something they're going to ask you for. So it's good to know, just have prepared, and it's something you want to have even if you don't have regular accountants doing work for you. If you have an accountant at the end of the year, at least you have this for every single month. It's already ready for you to give it to them. So that is the first report that you want to be concerned with. And the second one is an exact date range report. So again, in payments, you want to click on date range reports this time, and then you can click on generate report. And this is going to allow you to set up that report. And here, what you want to do at the top is choose summary, choose that specific month you want the report for, and then you just click generate. So here again, June 2020, this is our date range report for the full month of June exactly. So you can see income at the top left, and that is about $48,000. That's our total sales for the month. Expenses on the right at $21,000. These are all of the expenses we have paid Amazon, including PPC ads, which we were running very aggressively at this point. Then at the bottom left, you can see transfers. So basically, it's saying your total sales minus everything you paid Amazon, and this is what's getting transferred to your bank account. You can see that's just under 28,000 there. So that's what you're getting back. Then you can choose to reinvest that in more inventory or not. That's your call. You can reinvest half of it, you can reinvest that whole amount. That's coming into your bank account. That includes your initial product cost, of course, because you have to lay out capital in the beginning to buy the inventory to sell it. So if you want to work out your profit for this month, what you want to do is work out, well, how much did it cost me to sell this inventory? What were my cost of goods? And to do that, work out how much did 1 unit cost you to manufacture and ship, and times it by the number of units you sold in the month. So let's say we sold 1,300 units here. Well, we would say 1,300 times our landed product cost, manufacturing and shipping per unit, and then we get a total amount. Here it was $14,152. So if we deduct that off what's going to be transferred to us, we end up with a profit amount. So that's actually what we made in this month above our product cost, etc. So what some do is they're going to reinvest that landed product cost. They're going to reinvest that which they got back, and then they're going to keep the profit for themselves. Others are going to choose to put that all together and maybe, order twice as much inventory and scale the business, and that's up to you. But that's how you get down to your profit margin. In this case, you can see it was 29%, which is okay, but we're going very aggressive with PPC on this month. So to make this really simple, here were our total product sales, everything we sold. Here's our landed product cost, what it cost us for the inventory we sold, manufacturing and shipping. Then all our Amazon fees over here, that's FBA, referral, all other fees, that came out to $15,750. Then PPC spend this month was $5,500, so huge. Very aggressive on that. That was actually 11% of revenue, as you can see. And then our profit was $13,700 at 29%. And these are just rough percentages I rounded up, but you can see it's about 30% landed product cost. So what it cost us to make those goods available for sale, about 30% went to Amazon and all their fees, excluding PPC, and then 30% came back to us as profit, while we spent about 10% on PPC ads. And again, on this report, you're going to want to download this and save it and do this for every single month. This way you're able to keep tabs on the business and its performance, but also do your bookkeeping and accounting really easily and file tax returns, etc. really easily at year end. So this brings me to my next point, which is on the thirds rule. And what you want to do is if you imagine your total sales was this circle over here, what you want to have is a landed product cost of about 33%, a third of that whole pie. You want to have Amazon fees and PPC being 33% of that pie. And lastly, you want to have a profit of about 33% at the bottom. So that's your thirds rule and how you want to think about it long term. And put another way, of your sell price, a third of that goes to your manufacturer and shipper, a third of that goes to Amazon, and a third of that goes to you. Now, as you guys saw, PPC was a big percentage of our revenue there, and where you can expect it to lie is between about 6% and 12% of your revenue, depending on how aggressive you're being and of course your conversion. Because if you're getting clicks without sales, it's going to be a bigger percentage as well. Because if you get clicks and then sales, it brings up the sales amount. So between 6 and 12%. When you're fully optimized, about 6 or 7%. If you're just launching, it might be closer to 10%. And so to offset that, whenever you're doing product research, do not aim for a product which comes out at 30% or 33%. When you're doing your research, you want to aim for a product that does 40% profit margin. That way it's going to give you a bit of space if PPC becomes quite intense, if you're paying quite a lot for ads. So 40% on your initial calculations is a much better number to aim for. If you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button for me and subscribe below. Turn on notifications. That way you're not going to miss an upload. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys watching. I can't believe the channel's almost at 10,000 subscribers. That's just insane to me. I remember when it was just a couple hundred thinking, how on earth do you get to 10,000? So I want to start dedicating a lot more time to this, but I do want to know from you, what do you want to see on the channel? What topics do you want covered? What type of content you want to see? I would love to hear from you guys below. If you have any questions on the numbers side of things, also comment below. I'll try to get to those as quick as possible. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.